Look at that, 2 Husqvarnas. About the same level of technology as well. The fire harvesting operations for the homestead, the house, start in earnest. I got a little bit more here to sort of block up, noodle possibly, and split to fill this little trailer. And then we'll start over there and get that done. I'm going to leave one of those logs. I haven't decided which one for cookies. And then that long log right there, we're going to start slabbing up with a sawmill, chainsaw mill. I got 18 or 20 of them over there. The guy had me cut them down, and then he didn't buy them, so now I have to do something with them. And this guy right here needs a new floor, so maybe we'll start with that as a project to slab it up and then put some boards in on this thing. But I don't know. That old crap spreader is about, no, I guess it's a little older. That's probably from the 50s, maybe 60s. That's from the 1970s. I like these old trailers like this for the woods work, for you guys who do this type of thing. First of all, you can usually get them at an auction for a couple $100, but the large diameter tires they have, you know, roll over logs and bumps and rocks and stuff better, so it's easier for me to get that thing through the woods loaded, especially when it's muddy out. But this morning's operation, I got to split some stuff here, right? And then maybe we'll fire up that L77 Husqvarna. So yep, I've got a bunch of saws in the truck. I've got everything from a 32-inch bar to an 18. That one there's about an 18, and it's about enough to handle the noodling on these. So, but I want to run my old vintage saws. I may fit that saw with a 24, but right now that old Tilton bar with the 6 riveted tip, man, that thing's a solid old bar. And I used it last fall. You know, it's an old man, right? Did some felling with it, and it didn't have any problems with the kind of bore cutting I was doing into the hardwood. I got some video of that. You know, I got another one of these that was given to me by a friend who's also a subscriber. It's a Yugoslavian version, and I want to get both those saws running pretty good. That's the plan, and then spend a little bit more time with those. You know, I like the Homelites, and I like the old Huskies, and I like the old John Threads. You know, everyone has their chosen brands. Those are mine. And I think it's interesting that, like the old Steels, there's a couple of old Steels that have that vertical layout, piston port. And then Husqvarna did as well in the 60s into the 70s, but they kind of pioneered, the two companies, in my mind, kind of pioneered the layout that pretty much lasted until today. And then a bunch of the other major companies of the time didn't survive, McCulloch and Homelite, for a variety of reasons. Part of it's because the type of saws they were building at the time were just too expensive to build and compete with these more simple designs from Husqvarna. I guess still at some level. So let's see if we can get this thing fired up, and then get that axe fired up if I can't get that fired up. Just want to finish off this little trailer. Now I really should be wearing chaps, but my chaps got soaked with bar oil, so I'm letting them air out in the sun. What I really need to do is get another set of chaps. Oftentimes the noodling operation's kind of ad hoc. You kind of do it because you have to, not because it was something you set yourself up to do. And noodling, you know, it's a fairly, you know, it's a good way to break a log down. If you have a splitter, that's a better way. And yes, I have a splitter too, ran it for years. But I think what I'm going to do now is just take that old saw and noodle up these short ones right here. And usually my definition of win is if I can take off enough to where I can split the rest of it with an axe, because with an axe or a split and wedge, that's like infinitely faster than a saw or a splitter, if the wood's right. See if we can get it fired without tapping the carburetor. Yeah, that's about all I'm going to get on that. Well, there you go. There's a morning's load and a part of a late morning load. So let's see if this thing will restart. Let it sit for a second and let's see if it'll start. And if so, it's a reasonably good saw. When it sits for a couple of days, it's a little hard to get going. You might get 6 or 7 pulls. It's a little bit tired, you know, it could use a top end. You know, really don't know what the bottom end seals are like on this. One thing that's neat about this series of old Husqvarnas is the bearings and seals are the same as the 200 series, like the 61s, 272, stuff like that. And also the same as the 372s. So, let's see if it'll start. There we go. Off like a herd of turtles. Alright, we'll try for the first slab. Now I zinged that chain on the screws. I thought I had the depth right, but I was just like a tick off, like maybe 50 thousandths. So next time I do that, I'm going to pull the screws out from in front and move them to the back. But this is pine, you know, and a lot of that chain's still good. So let's just see if we can get a slab out before the rain comes. Proof of concept.